Coach, you started, fell behind early, make that run in the second half to come back, and then drop the lead down the stretch there. What started the game slowly, and then what got you back on schedule, and then, what changed down and then?
Yeah, I thought the game started slow for both of us. It was a grind, a lot of hard shots from both teams. I think it was 8-8. It was like a low scoring game with first 10 minutes, like a 12-10, 8-8. So I thought we both were guarding each other pretty well. They made a run. It's a game of runs. They made a run. Capitalized off some of our turnovers, got the ball inside of their bigs, and they hurt us. And I thought Banks, made a couple. We banked the three in, made another three, and we fouled them. So they made their run. We made our adjustment and stabilized the game in the second half with a few changes that we made. And unfortunate that at the end it didn't go our way.
With a follow-up to that, in the second half, there was almost like a concerted effort to not shoot as many threes as from the first. Was that an adjustment? Was that
Not really, not really. Obviously, at this level, when you open and you got good open threes, that's a great shot to take. So you want to take open shots when you have them. We have guys who can make them, but we wanted to have a balance. We wanted to play paintball. We wanted to drive it. We wanted to throw it inside. So I thought second half, those were the shots that presented themselves to us, and we were able to get to the paint.
Coach, on that last play, Forte ended up getting the shot. Was that what you were looking for there? What were you looking for?
Yeah, 2 seconds. He's one of the options. We had a couple options in there. It's really a hard situation to be in for the inbounder. The inbounder he's under duress. He got 5 seconds to make good decisions. So the first option was something else. They took it away. They did a good job taking away the first option, and he was the second option. So obviously, with 2 seconds, you want to get a good shot. I thought he had a pretty clean look to go for the win. We would have went for a 2, but we needed to go for the best shot that presented itself to us.
So that first look was supposed to be a 2-point shot?
Could have been. It depends on what the defense gives you. So depending on how they guard it, and you got to make that decision. And but nice if he made it, but he didn't.
Coach, first time playing UMass in 11 years. How much does that mean to BC kind of renewing that rivalry, especially in almost an instant classic?
It was a great atmosphere. So it had a good feel to it, being in this state with, good energy in the gym. Frank did a good job, Somehow me and Frank been in the same state for the last 20 years. He was at Kansas State. I'm at Wichita. He was at college, he was at South Carolina. I was at Clemson. He was at South Carolina. I was at college in Charleston. I moved to Boston. He moved to Mass. So we've been in the same state playing against each other for 20 years. So he did a good job, but, hadn't played this game in a long time. It happened to work out, and great atmosphere. This is a great state. Wish we could have won the game, but they did what they needed to do to win it.
No games till the 22nd. What's the next 12 days look like for the program trying to make adjustments?
Try to be the best, top 5 in the country in improvement. We got a lot of information. We played a lot of games. This was game 11, so it was a lot. Most teams have played 8 or 9 times, so played a lot of games. We got exams coming up, so they got to take care of that. Exams is a real thing, so they got to take care of that. But we got to practice, and we got to become 2% better over the next few days, the next 2 weeks that we have, and try to figure out how can we improve.
Coach, that was a physical game. Mm-hmm. And I know the fouls kind of ran up. Guys got into foul trouble. A lot of free throws. How much did removing the bigs from UMass kind of help your team start to improve over the course of the game? And then how did you kind of seek to manage with the guys, how much physicality was banging in down the post?
Yeah, we knew it was going to be physical. We knew it was going to be a rebounding war, and something we just knew. And it was physical. Both teams were fouling. Thought their bigs got in foul trouble, and we were able to, take advantage of that. And then obviously both of my bigs fouled out. So, but yeah, physical game, and came down to one possession.
Coach, last night on social media, you gotten some interaction with some fans, mostly along the lines of you want them to come to the games. Mm-hmm. You're hoping that they come to the games. You don't want to hear them if they're not coming from the games. Mm-hmm. What's your message to the fans about getting them to come to the games?
Well, number one, we got the best fans in the country. We got passionate fans that are knowledgeable. This is a winning state, so they're knowledgeable, right? They know what winning is. They want to win, so they're passionate. So when they show up, it makes a major difference in our arena, So that interaction was just simply, hey, look, show up, keep coming. I think that the amount of energy we putting into this program, myself and my staff and my team, like I just want them to reciprocate that same energy. And so the fact that that person had interest was actually a good thing. They're passionate. So we just need them to bring that in the building so that we can have a home court advantage. And then we can, really find a way to make Conti one of the toughest places to play.
One last question for Coach in person, if we got it. Great.
Daniel Hagan-Sanford had a solid game for UMass tonight, picking up his play. What was it about his game that led to that success?
He was physical, driving the ball. He's not a guy to shoot a lot of perimeter shots. He was physical, driving the ball, and I thought he rebounded well. So he really helped them tonight. He was a major factor for them. I don't know what he had for the game, but I know he had to be in double digits. He had 17 points, so he was a major factor for them. I mean, I thought he was aggressive and physical, and he clocked into his job tonight and did what he needed to do.